The gorilla scooped up some water with one hand. After drinking just a couple of gulps, he suddenly noticed something in the water. He lunged forward and grabbed it. Soon countless tentacles began wrapping around him. The gorilla used all his strength, and to his surprise tore off the octopus tentacles. Then with one mighty stomp, he crushed the octopus's head. As ink sprayed everywhere, the giant octopus began to lose its strength. The gorilla squatted down and began to feast on the seafood. Meanwhile, the soldier hiding nearby narrowly escaped. He ran into the woods and leaned against a piece of wood to rest. Suddenly the wood moved. The soldier picked up his gun and fired, but the stick insect didn't attack him. Instead it scurried away in shame. The soldier sensed something was wrong, and just as he turned around, a skeletal giant lizard lunged at him. Meanwhile, the main force arrived at a mass grave. The ground was littered with bones. Suddenly they heard some noise and all hid. A skeletal giant lizard slowly approached. Then it started vomiting. From the labels on the bones, they recognized it was one of their own comrades. At that moment, a soldier climbed onto a skull and launched a furious attack on the giant lizard. The lizard shot out its tongue and swallowed the soldier whole. Another soldier with a flamethrower turned and swung his tail, sending the man flying dozens of meters. Just then a girl threw a lighter, igniting the damp ground and triggering a series of explosions. The skeletal giant lizard finally fell. An old captain said, "This was the smallest of the giant lizards. The biggest one is still out there." He urged everyone to leave quickly, but the colonel, blinded by rage, was determined to kill the gorilla. He pressed on with the soldiers who supported him. As night fell, the colonel poured gasoline into the river and detonated nearby bombs, hoping to draw out the gorilla. Seeing the destroyed forest in front of him, the gorilla's fury reached its peak. He started marching toward the colonel. At that moment, the colonel ignited the gasoline, and the gorilla was instantly engulfed in a sea of flames. Flames roared from his body, and he let out a pain roar. After struggling for a long time, the gorilla finally fell, crashing heavily to the ground. The colonel ordered his soldiers to set up the explosives to kill the gorilla. At that moment, the other team members arrived, trying to stop the colonel's actions. As they were at a standoff, the largest of the giant lizards arrived. It had been suppressed by the gorilla for a long time, and now, taking advantage of the gorilla's injuries, it rushed to finish him off. Meanwhile, the colonel was still focused on detonating the explosives to end the gorilla's life. To his surprise, the gorilla had already woken up. With a single punch, he flattened the colonel. Just as the gorilla stood up, the giant lizard pounced on him, pinning him to the ground with one claw. The others thought the gorilla was done for, and began fleeing in panic.